The Denver Nuggets have just beaten the Minnesota Timberwolves 116-105 in game one of the playoffs. This is number 3 taking on number 6, the 6th seed versus the 3rd seed. And yeah, it was the game I was looking forward to most today. Other than the New York one and the Hawks, because the Hawks are just different. They're just built different. But yeah, this game, of course, Jokic, it's reached a point where every time he plays and you just go to the box score, you're looking to see if he has a triple-double, which he did. And he didn't have the best of first halves. But with that being said, he still had 25, 13, and 11, which is crazy. Jamal Murray had 30 points. I believe he went to the free throw line 16 times, made all 16 of them. And they outshot from the free throw line, they had 33. And the Timberwolves had 19. So yeah, really getting the free throw line, getting those calls early. But to me, the injury he's nursing an injury, Anthony Edwards. The thing is, there's moments where you can see that burst of to the basket, especially when he's like doing those Euro steps of his. And then there's moments where it's just like, he's not like they were defending. There was one point where every time Christian Brown would get a dribble handoff from not every time. There was a time Brown got a handoff from Nikola, and Antonio was just going under the screen, and I'm like, he looks like he's just not. He's not your typical Anthony Edwards, but he was just picking his moments. And even after that crazy 14-0 run in the third quarter, you're like, yo, this game looks like it's about to end. And then he's the catalyst. He's just everywhere. Even though he ended up, those moments where in the game you see like he's clearly not on the court, he still ended up playing 38 minutes. And 38 minutes, I think only Jokic played 40, Jamal Murray played 39. Anthony Edwards played 38, and Rudy Gobert played 37. So he ended up still playing quite a bit, had 22, 9, and 7, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, still a pretty solid game, but yeah, that knee is definitely... It's a hindrance, let me just say that. But he's still, bro, this guy is still Ant-Man. Like, he's still one of the best players in the league. And the thing is, after what the Timberwolves have done the last 2 years, you would be stupid to rule them out, to write them off, rule them out. I was trying to say both at the same time. You'd be stupid to rule them out already in the first round. Because to me, I feel like this series would go to like a game 7. Rudy Gobert as well was quite impressive. This guy really bought into the game plan. Defensively, of course, he makes people not want to go to the basket, which is great. And even if they beat the first man, you as a defender, once I have Rudy in the back, I'm like, I'm good, right? At least he's going to contest the shot, or he's going to make that person, whoever is driving the basket, think twice about going directly at him. And offensively as well, there was moments where if like he would be part of a dribble handoff just at the 3-point line, ball is given to him, and he was attacking Jokic, especially when Jokic was on 3 fouls. Just attack, just go at him. And even to end the quarter, there's one where he gets the ball, he does a Euro and finishes with a layup. And I'm like, yo, Rudy, I wasn't familiar with your game. But I think they've just empowered him to just do more of that, right? Like, don't fully depend on those guards to always do it. When there's a lane to the basket, just take it. Worst case scenario, you get free throws, you make one, miss another one, and you still got something out of that possession. Jeff McDaniels, again, someone who I feel like his game has just really grown. Ever since they traded Alexander Walker, I thought that this would be, like, he would have just a bit too much in terms of playmaking, but he's really improved. I thought the offensive workload they put on him, now that Mike Conley doesn't play that much, would be too much for him. But honestly, he's really thrived. And again, his defense is something that has always been his calling card. But I enjoy watching him be a playmaker, especially when Anthony Edwards is on the bench. He needs to make a 3. He shot 4 and made none, but still has an impact all around. Julius Randle, for me, again, just someone who... Now, between McDaniels and Randle, they have to start sharing the offensive, especially the playmaking workload, especially when Ant-Man is on the bench. Again, this team basically plays without a point guard. like a typical small point guard, right? DiVincenzo, yes, is on the court, but Mike Conley used to be that guy. He got a bit older. They traded him, then brought him back. But he's playing like a vet. Like he's playing within his means and only when he's needed. And actually, in this game, he was needed, and he came onto the court. Into the court, his 10 minutes on the court were quite impactful. I think there's one where he had a steal. There's the three he had in the corner. What else? Did he get a steal? Yeah, he did get a steal. And yeah, just an impressive. 10 minutes, just plugging in those minutes where Ant-Man is on the bench. And again, they went 10 deep. Normally in the playoffs, teams go like 8 deep. By 8 deep, I mean you have your five starters, and when you go to the bench, maybe you go to the three. But I think they needed a lot of uh, bench production and actually bench minutes. But to me, Dosunmu still remains like one of the most underrated trades this year, because when he came from Chicago, first of all, I thought Chicago really lost a good piece, someone that you can really build around. And when he came here, he almost plays like now he has a chance to make some noise in the playoffs, and do something special with this team. He believes he can win. And when you see the way he plays, like this dude, first of all, he's a bit smaller than I thought. Um, I don't know why. I just feel like when I saw him at the Bulls, he wasn't that small. But when I look at him at Minnesota, he looks a lot smaller. But he plays big. He plays big. Like Dosunmu, his 3 point making, his energy, like yeah, he's that guy that you need off the bench. And to me, such an underrated trade. Played 27 minutes off the bench. Yeah, really impressed by him. This game was just a game of runs. And I think the places where you could see the runs coming in, like Minnesota would get their runs when Jokic is off the court. Those Jokic on the bench minutes used to be so crucial. They still are, but not as bad. Like 3-4 years ago, just before they won the title, whenever Jokic was off the court, they would just crater. They would just become useless. But nowadays, I feel like Valanciunas is giving them good minutes. Like just play within your means. You don't need to be Jokic when you come on. You just need to initiate the offense. So when he plays with the likes of Jones, Brown, and Tim Hardaway, like he just knows to play within his means. And um, how did I come to this? Yeah, I was talking about game of runs. So everyone, like every both teams were just had runs. I think the biggest one was the 14-0 where the Nuggets had in the third quarter, and then going to the fourth, you thought the game was almost done, and then these guys just come out of nowhere. They go on a was it 28 into on no, 17 into or something like that, something crazy like that. No, 17 into was the Nuggets. I'm forgetting the run, but anyway, they also went on their own run. They made it almost a 2 3 point game with about 5 minutes to go, and then just execution. The other thing the Nuggets did so well in the third quarter is that they didn't turn the ball over, which to me is crucial because the Timberwolves really try to get force you into turnovers with they have great size and great wing players who love playing defense, right? So if you can avoid turnovers I'm so Kenyan. If you can avoid the turnovers in in those moments, then you have a good chance, right? And I think that's where they really thrived. Aaron Gordon, solid, nothing much to add, but um, he looks much stronger. I don't like I since his injury, because remember he played like the first 2, 3, 4 games of the season, then he got injured, then he was out for a while, then he came back, and I don't know, he just looks a lot bigger and stronger. I can't explain it, but yeah, this series is just getting started. Like I'm so excited. I want to watch game 2. I have a feeling the Timberwolves will win game 2. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. And yeah, they're not going to be. Jamal Murray is not going to shoot another 16 free throws. And even if he did, Ant-Man will have something to say about that. But yeah, good solid first game. Shout out to the Nuggets. And yeah, I think this series goes 7. That's just my opinion.